What is going on, you guys? It is your boy Omzy here. We are back, Windbreaker episode 10 of season 2. Not gonna lie, this could probably be one of the best episodes in Windbreaker alone, just for the fact that I can anticipate probably a lot of storytelling in this episode, and a lot of setup was set up so good, where it was Tsubakino versus Zuzeri. And it was amazing to see these two guys go back and forth. It was neck and neck. So many amazing moves and counters in that fight last week that we've only just gotten started. And Tsubakino was like, get up. I'm not done with you. And I'm about to show you some real shit. And realistically show him how everything that he does with him putting on makeup, him being who he is, how much that makes him strong and how much he loves himself and who he is. So I really cannot wait to see what is going to happen in this episode. This opening is not going to be long. I just want to jump straight into this episode to see what else is going to happen, and other than Tsubakino, what other stuff is going to happen with anybody else, you know, Robo Ijiza, like, you know, Nire and Suo and the rest of everybody else. What else is going to happen, of course, including with Kanji. Let's just see what's going to happen. But if you guys are new to the channel and you guys like my reaction, like, subscribe, comment down below, and if you guys want to be notified on when we release those videos, make sure to smash that notification bell. But with that being said, let's get it right into the episode. So still, you know, I mean, obviously they were at a stalemate last week, but it looks like they're still continuing. Right out the gate. I thought we would have got some, you know, talking, exposition, something. But, you know, fist to fist, let's go, kicks, left and right. Damn, what an uppercut. Tsubakino, though, still with that resilience. Look at that. Picks herself up. She says true to her love. Once again, true. You're trying to take not even only love, but happiness. Take it from me. You got a problem. Whoa! Damn! Literally no effect compared to that pain. This doesn't hurt one bit. Really? That resilience is showing. Axe kick with the heel. Oh my god. He has to be done. There's no way. He's concussed. How are you gonna get up after that? Backstory time. Let's do it. Let's do it. We kind of expected it. But I do love, and I'm very interested on this, like, to see this environment. Hmm. So he had that vision. He had that thought and hope. Oh boy. Eventually at the point, I mean, I saw the light. Yeah, but eventually, you know, his mind kind of took over with certain other things. Effed up reality. Oh, and I get why probably they did it. They developed a group and did stuff. Yeah. Please put your trust in me. But still, it's the things that they started doing. I get where he's coming from, but still. It's probably still what he's saying. They have no choice. I wonder what Tsubakino can maybe talk to him about. Something to begin with. So he wouldn't know the value of loss. I mean, Anybody would love to be in the position that she would be in to get an opportunity to leave that all behind. Oh my god. I really wonder if Tsubakino's really going to take all of this and maybe it's just going to go all out of his system. Tell me more about your conversation. Woo! That desperate, but also maybe that determined. But it's cool though because Tsubakino still realizes what that dude's kind of saying because, you know, she's like still went through that same stuff. Oh boy. How could we? Yeah. Exactly. Anyway or right away. He could just tell that visually. That's why he's doing what he's doing. This dude's about to lose his mind. Oh my god! What a kick! Is he out? Is he done for? Oh. Still gonna stand up. Gonna still try. We go back to those times. I really do. I respect the vision and the reason on why he maybe wants to do stuff, but the way he's going about is wrong. And I get if he's desperate or not, but still. Oh, he's having trouble standing. Tsubakino gonna drop down to his level, yeah. That wasn't the case in the past. I was in so much pain, looking for guidance, not sure of his future. No. And I could say probably all the rest of those guys that you have around you is what you could really use as a crutch. But still, looking to help. Yeah, not even only for him, but probably the rest. But I do love a character that is able to just realistically help somebody else. Know what somebody is going through because he went through something similar. Good shit. I know it's not gonna be initially, but still. You never know. You never know. I mean, obviously there's gonna be repercussions because of everything you've done. But you never know. There's always still maybe a future. Whoa. Initially? Really? After everything that happened, I'm very surprised that realistically they're giving him opportunities. They're giving him jobs. Wow, don't get us wrong. It's not like we're forgiving you. Yeah. This is great though. I'll do anything too, so please. Don't give up on what you still want. That's basically it. Don't lose sight of that. Wow. Really, really good scenes. Really beautiful scenes in here. Love it. I've always loved these types of scenes and these kind of like the symbolism with this show. You just say he's done. Oh yeah, we can stop fighting, guys. And you know she's crying up a storm. Like, Tsubaki is definitely one of my favorite characters. Like, he is really something else. Wow, we really are. It's like, it's really kind of the end of this so far. Is it the end of the arc, or will something else happen? I don't know. Give me a minute. So you got to talk to everybody else. Yeah, kind of have to. Ugh. I wanted to change things. And that wasn't the right path. Yeah, and also really neglected everybody else. Like, use them as, you know, pawns like in a video game. Needs you guys. Uh-huh. He hopes, but realistically, all these guys hope for the same thing. Mm-hmm. Really good moment. We would have got all died on the street. That's some really good shit. I really am loving how wholesome this arc, so far at least how this fight, is really all ending. I really, really love that. And they really haven't lost sight of, you know, following him as a leader. That's really good. Nobody is perfect from the beginning. Especially in their situation. Would you be out of a job? You lied to me. What do you? Look at what you have behind you. Told you. What a way to end this arc so far. Oh, God! Whoa. Exactly. You were trying to legit give yourself up when everybody was throwing down, kicking ass, and shedding blood out there for you. Exactly. I would have been pissed if she would have been like, yeah, you know, take me, F it. Exactly. You try to sacrifice yourself, yeah. Damn. I feel it though. I feel it though. I respect it though. Of course. Trust everyone and trust everything that was going on. Trust for them, you know, to protect you. Tsubaki is really one hell of a character. True, exactly. For however long that they've known each other. And Tsubaki, at least a person that no matter what doesn't keep anything hidden, especially if he has people to express this with. Tsubaki is definitely one hell of a character. That is definitely what I'll say. Number one. One hell of a character. Making her realize all of that. Now I really get why everybody was excited for this character. Enough of this heart-to-heart BS. True. Yeah, pretty much at this point, she already just confessed too. Or that too. You guys make a great couple. What is Haruka? Oh, he's now blushing. I was about to say, what? What is he thinking about, though?
俺はただお前らの戦い方が気に入らねえだけだ。ちょっとさくらさん、どうしちゃったんですか一体。ねえ、スオさん。どういうことだ。聞かせてくれ、さくら。
But he's probably very curious.
喧嘩の勝ち負けなんてどうだっていい。そう言ったな。
That's what you said.
全員が倒れても、町とそいつを守れればそれでいい。
Exactly. Is he gonna kind of go into what I was thinking?
最初はそんな考えがあるのか。すげえって思った。でも実際その戦いにいて分かった。仲間が倒れていくのをただ受け入れることは俺にはできねえ。だからといって絶対に誰も倒れない方法なんてあるわけないのも分かってる。でもしょうがねえだろ。嫌なものは嫌なんだよ。
Damn.
俺だって綺麗。
All right. I was thinking like Haruka's really caring a lot right now.
その心意気持ち続けろよ。
Yep.
お前のは確かに綺麗事かもしれない。でもその綺麗事が実現できるのはそれに越したことはないの。
Because you can at least, no matter what, if you already have so much. Yeah, if you already have so much that you're already kind of relying off of them, you could still trust them. You could trust them to get up and realistically fight on their own. There's a lot of work to still do. What's up, guys? Oh, man. That's a lot of service that's got to be done to this friggin' street, man. Really good way to end off this arc, really. I mean, somebody's got to clean this damn street. Apologize. Wow, this dude's a real gentleman. For real. Wow. What a really good way to turn, like, really an amazing way for this development. As she said, I am scared. Of course she is. She's getting chased all damn episode. They came from the same place. True that. Yeah. Real good. Good shit, though. What a way to kind of show that leader personality. Oh, yeah. The actual dude that put the hit out. I'll talk to him and work this out. Talk it out, huh? Huh? Is he here? Whoa! Is that... That's him! Oh my god, that's him! Oh. He knows him. I go wherever I want to go. Oh man. That's the only one with a... Oh my god, what a setup, man. I can't wait. All right, what a way to end that episode. I'll just start off at least with the ending. I love that they finally brought him in here because we haven't seen him in a minute, probably maybe since the 3rd episode, if I'd say. I love that no matter what, he's kind of behind it. I really like that. And I wonder what other card is he going to use against Furin. I'm really curious on what he is going to do. But with this episode, I will say, number one, that it's still not better than the Joe versus Haruka fight. I really do think that that is so far the standard so far with this show, and a really amazing fight and a really telling fight because it was such a conversation. But this episode right here and this fight right here was a conversation from start to finish. Suzuri and Tsubakino went back and forth really kind of in this episode still, but it was more of a conversation with this episode where you got to see everything with Suzuri and his backstory, and I really liked it for the fact on how, not even only obviously relatable, but just you can understand where he's coming from. You can understand what he was going through and trying to hopefully escape in the future. He had that hope that things would get better and he would look towards a brighter future for him and the rest of his friends. But for everything that was going on and just continually going on, it just wasn't probably going to be the case in his mind. So they started becoming desperate. Groups started to become bigger. Food started to become smaller. So they would try to do literally almost anything that they could take a job on in order to, get food, get money, survive really. They did anything in order to survive. And that made them lose themselves. Because Suzuri also probably maybe had a moment where, or at least with everybody else, like having a moment where like, hey, we have to bring back this girl for this one person and everything. And, if we bring her back, we'll get compensated with a barbecue and everything else. We'll be able to get some food. But I really wonder if other people in that group were like, yo, this is kind of a little extreme. Like, why are we doing this? This doesn't seem like you, and this doesn't seem like something you would take on. And he probably also had that moment be like, yo, I don't give a damn. I'm trying to make sure you guys are not dead. I'm trying to make sure you guys have food in your freaking stomach that I could be able to give you. So I wonder if maybe down the line we'll maybe kind of see, kind of seem like that. But I could just take it in my head where it's like, I think that kind of stuff would happen. Because even before all of this stuff with Roppo Ichiza happened, I guarantee a scene like that probably would have happened between him and any of the other dudes in his group. I guarantee that. I don't think they would have all been like, oh yeah, let's just all run after this girl and go, I would say kidnap her, bring her back, whatever you want to say. There was no question probably that there was at least going to be a couple people, and maybe a lot of the majority being like, yo, this doesn't seem like you, and this does not feel right. So I really love how this episode ended, and the whole, just not even ended, but just the whole episode in general. Tsubakino is definitely one of my favorite characters in the show. And it's not even only for the fact that obviously the stuff that I said before, where at least with himself, like, and how he feels about himself and loving himself and all that, that's already one thing. But the way he's able to just, really sit down, not even only with the person that he's fighting, but just with anybody, being able to sit down and just tap into their mind, tap into what they're going through, and really be invested with what they're going through and how they're feeling. Because obviously he could tell, even with the fight and it being a conversation and a very physical conversation, because both of them were taking hits and blows, like it was insane. Both of them were bleeding and stuff. But Tsubakino could realize on his face that he was going through a lot. He was troubled, and he knew that he was going through probably the same stuff that Shizuka was going through, and that kind of wanted to leave behind and would hope that stuff would come, stuff would become better. It was just such a really good way on how this all ended, because he had that realization. He finally had someone that was going to be able to not even only listen to him, but able to help him out. Nobody, honestly, in his situation, or just he didn't have really anybody else to look to other than the rest of his group, that he didn't kind of realize at the time that could be that kind of, wouldn't say shining light, but that person to be able to just, give him the opportunity for help. Like even Kanji as well. I was very skeptical to be like, is he going to offer all of them, jobs or some type of service immediately after everything that just happened? But he did. He really kind of did. And as he said, yeah, forgiveness is not going to come easy, especially with everything that just happened, but he realizes what they're going through, and it's just the right thing to do. Like, I really, really like that, and it was such a great way to end this arc. Roppo Ichiza, definitely, I would say, my favorite arc so far in the show. I get where a lot of people were excited for this arc, and especially with the Tsubakino character, because Tsubakino is definitely one hell of a character that I cannot wait to see more with in the future. And even with Suzuri, this character had one hell of a character arc, with even in the last episode and especially at the end of this, where the entire time you saw in the beginning of this episode just being a person that is lost and conflicted and just so full of different emotions on the inside that he doesn't know where to go. He doesn't know who to look to for guidance and everything. He just knows, number one, how to fight, and number two, how to survive. But I love that Tsubakino was able to be that first person to finally sit down with him and make him realize that, yo, there is an option, and I'm giving you that opportunity to have a future, have that future that you want, and for you and for the rest of your friends and everything to have a better life and escape that life that you've been living in. A really amazing job. And even Suzuri at the end really showing that leadership, that actual leader persona, very, very mature. And I really, not gonna lie, hopefully he's not like a one-off character. I really want to see more with this character, because the way he just did everything with Kanji, and obviously the apology to Shizuka, was just so professional and so dear and honest. And it's like, I want to see this character do more. I want to see this character progress more and get better. I just hope that they keep this character in the show. I really, really hope so. Maybe he joins Bofrin. I would love that, because, hey, let's just say this. He is a very skilled fighter. He really, really is. And plus, even, you know, like, I would say Yamemia would be like, we got a lot more bodies and a lot more people. Yeah, sure, we can fit him somewhere. It's still the fact that all of these guys, they're not bad at the end. They're just misguided. And I feel like with Yamemia, he would definitely be able to not even only find a spot for them. Who knows? Maybe, you know, maybe they could be a part of, you know, Tsubakino's kind of squad. That'd be kind of nice, you know? I don't know how many people he kind of has, but that would kind of be like really, really cool. And would just show how far he just, you know, how far they've all come and everything after this episode and after this arc. But this episode was great. Probably definitely one of my favorites. Probably my second favorite episode in the whole series, because this arc was definitely my number one. But one hell of a way to set up everything else. We only got about 3-4 episodes left of this show. I really wonder what else is going to happen. Are we going to kind of start a new arc, or are we just going to get some, you know, kind of character development type episodes leading into the season finale? And, you know, maybe we won't see this dude again for, you know, probably to the next season. Maybe he's the next season's big, big bad. We just have to wait and see. But once again, let me know what you guys think about this episode, what you guys think about the Tsubakino character, and just the whole Roppo Ichiza arc, because this is definitely my favorite arc in the whole series. But I cannot wait for next week. Thank you guys for watching my reaction. If you guys are excited for the rest of Windbreaker, and you guys like the channel, like, subscribe, comment down below, and as always, my name is Omzy, and I am out.